Bitcoin is the hero we need but do not deserve. As a CPI report was released earlier today, inflation is at an all-time high since 1982. Yes, we'll cover Bitcoin price action and explain exactly what deflationary means and why Bitcoin is deflationary. Bitcoin is currently trading at $39,251. And because we have an ugly little red candle, the crypto markets are in red. Told you guys that this is a trader's market. That means if you're trading altcoins, make sure to get in and out, and this is a great time for scalpers and day traders to thrive. Also, no action is an action, so it's okay to sit this one out if you want. On the daily chart, market cipher is kind of flat. Also note, we didn't even kiss the EMA 200 at the $45,000 area. Personally, I really need to see the $45,000 area flipped into support. And if you see that granddaddy trend line, that's partially why. We went ahead and we broke out above this trend line initially, back over here, but then again, when we pumped and we broke out the second time, we dipped back below it. So that's why 45,000 is so important to me. I'm simply vibing right now. Now let's move over to the economic report. U.S. inflation rate climbs again to 7.9%. CPI shows and Ukraine war threatens more pain for consumers. Pay attention here. They are utilizing the Ukraine war as an excuse for high inflation, which I don't like because we had high inflation rates prior to the Ukraine war. And is it a war or a conflict? Mainstream media keeps changing their mind on this. This is why it's so important to pay attention to multiple different resources and then make an educated decision based on your findings. But thanks for watching me. Make sure you guys subscribe and also fact check me too, please. This is also a cute graphic to show you exactly what's happening with CPI, CPI minus food and energy, PCE, personal consumption expenditures, and core PCE. It's also important to note that inflation is the highest it's been since 1982. And CPI is currently at 0.8%, which is higher than what Wall Street expected. Personally, I think the reason why we're experiencing a lot of these high rates is because money printer went brrr, and all that money was misappropriated during CV. That's neither here nor there. Gas prices are soaring, Americans are suffering, and it's just going to get worse from here. But let's talk about how Bitcoin could potentially help. My source is from Investopedia. Investopedia is 100% free and amazing for you guys to utilize. Deflation is a general decline in prices for goods and services, typically associated with a contraction in the supply of money and credit in the economy. During deflation, the purchasing power of currency rises over time. Simply means that your dollar is going a lot further than it did previously, which is very, very important for the poor, lower middle class, and middle class, the underdogs, my people. And according to this story, Bitcoin's inflation is now 5 times lower than the US dollar and decreasing. This means you get more for your Bitcoin. And this is due to the code and how Bitcoin is set up. You cannot change the code regarding Bitcoin, nor its supply. Let's pull some stats from this story. With more than 90% of Bitcoin in circulating supply, its inflation rate has gone down to 1.7% and is now 5 times lower than that of the United States dollar. Bitcoin is not only an amazing tool as a hedge against inflation, some people like to use it as digital gold. You can send P2P transactions. It has a finite supply of 21 million, which means no more will ever be made. And anytime human error happens, that supply decreases. The transactions are public on the blockchain, so it's very, very transparent, and those can't be changed due to the code. And it operates in a free market, so the market gets to decide what the worth of Bitcoin is. Not the Federal Reserve, not the President of the United States, not any legalized cartels or any ivory towers. And unfortunately, Bitcoin's true intended purpose is actually being used. And even though Bitcoin is very, very young, I think it's important to pay attention. I personally think it's a great hedge against the US dollar and other economic uncertainties. And before I go, babes, make sure to understand what's happening in the world. Check multiple different mainstream media sources, believe in yourself, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Love and light. Okay, bye. Oh, before I go, I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow at 10 a.m. PT on my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys stop by for that. It is going to be a great show. I will also be speaking at NFT LA, so I hope to see y'all there.